morning, that's Zora from Tesla Owners US, and theme today it is favorite self-driving, or better, what's your favorite mode? So my favorite mode is, I can tell you right away, is assertive mode. Yes, because it's not hesitative. And I tell you the other reason during the drive.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future.
Adjusting the camera. That sounds good. And go. Yep. Same day, last day to work today, and then it's remote again. And this is the last day to work, and that's the last chance to do another HOV lane recognition on the HOV lane, off the HOV lane, and let's see what's coming out there. But the theme was actually, it was what is my favorite mode. And so I drove, I think 1 or 2 days. Well, I drove at least 2 days with chill mode, 2 days with assertive mode, and 2 days with regular. And I think through all of those ones, I like the assertive mode more. Oh, here's interesting. There are some guys doing something on the trees here, and the cones are recognized. Yeah, that's good. So there's some tree work here. Yeah, okay. Good, another thing, another experience here. I need to put the air on, otherwise the camera gets hot and turns off. Yeah, assertive mode, because it is, and I said it before, if you pull the gun, you gotta shoot, because if you don't, you are too hesitative, and I don't like hesitation. You gotta make a decision, and you gotta make a decision sometimes quick. So if you don't do that, then some life catches up with you. And don't think about long time. Is a good fast decision is always better as a slow. Is always better. As a slow decision. Oh, it doesn't go in the intersection because the intersection is full. That's another good thing. But he was not driving yet over into this left lane. So he's probably doing a late lane changes. But I can force the lane change, that's not a problem. So but not force it, or at least I can trigger the lane change with my blinker. That's really not a problem. And I might even gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it with this one. And he pulls forward. That's what I like. He pulls forward. I call it merge front. It pulls forward, and that's what I like on that mode. And it's going, basically it's going for it, right? It's not going for the traffic light, because that's against the law, because if you can brake, you have to brake. But elsewise, it's going for that. Now this dude, he wants to go for it as well, but he wants to pass in front of me and go to the left turn. I know that definitely. So, and let's see what assertive mode does with him. We will find out. And he's going on the highway he's taking his turns, and sometimes I have to trigger him with the blinker because I want to do my lane changes earlier. Today, also going to work, I will have the car a couple of days longer until the end of April, basically, or the full self driving a couple of days longer. And even when it's very good advanced already, I think that it still needs a lot for real FSD, for real full self driving. But maybe in 2 years that could be good accomplished. And then we are coming to the timeline, what experts are saying, 2016. It's approximately take about 10 years. It's not taking a year or two. That's Elon time. Elon time is different. He flies in an airplane with about 80% speed of light, or in a rocket in 80% speed of light. Then the time is getting much slower here, but we are poor guys on Earth. Our time is much faster, and it's about twice as much, or even longer. So closer you come to light speed, the time on the other objects are being, that's the theory, are being different, or are being 80% light speed is about half of the twice as much time on Earth. So he's might even going faster than that, or his brain is going faster than that. I believe that. But yeah, but we are the poor people, the normal ones, and the normal ones they calculate with normal times, and 10 years was then a good time actually to achieve that. So 2016 it was announced that the car could go from Los Angeles to New York City without any intervention with the driver within a year or two, and we will have 2026 where this might be the case. Now he's going for this guy, maybe he's just driving next to me. No, he's gonna move over there. Now he's moving to the left. Oh, that was good. He's cutting off the BMW guy behind us, pissing some people off. That is assertive mode. You didn't see that one with that was in a German version with the motorcycle driver. So in assertive mode, it came so close to the motorcycle driver, it was thinking that the motorcycle is doing lane splitting because it was very close to the lane. I might put the video clip in here as well while I'm talking about that. And the motorcycle driver, motorcycle guy was so mad about me, and then I told him that, hey God, dude, I'm not even driving. and then he showed me the big finger, whereby this is actually coming from the English guys, because the French guys, they didn't like the longbows from the longbow archers from the English, because they were so good, so precise, and they were shooting so far that they hated them. So when they got him in prison, they cut their middle finger off, so that it was very difficult to them to relearn and shoot the longbow because the middle finger was off. So when they were meeting in battlefield, so what then happened is that the English, at least for those ones, for those longbows, who still had the middle finger, they were showed them the middle finger. So this is the origin of where the middle finger is coming from. The words next to that, this is something else, but he was showing me that finger. So, and that was assertive mode. Now let me go to the left lane here. Let's see if I can do it. And it stops. No, it doesn't do it. Car does not recognize HOV lane merge, even when the settings are saying so. Yeah, there are settings here for HOV lane. I don't know why I'm making them, because if I turn them off, then I understand that it doesn't use the HOV lane. But if I'm turning them on that need to go, because there is a sign there that says HOV lane. There is a sign on the road what the system would recognize as well as of HOV lane. She was on the phone and driving my lane. So, and yeah, so assertive mode is also, if the traffic allows, going to the maximum of my settings. So does what I say, right? Because when you go regular mode, it drives 7 miles more. If you go to chill mode, it drives 3 miles more. If you're going to assertive mode, it drives at least, that's the maximum I go, 10 miles more, which effectively is actually 9 miles more, because I think automobile manufacturer are pushing 1 mile more into their settings. If I'm getting read by radar and at the same time I'm watching up here, then it's always that the car shows 1 mile more as it is on radar. And because of 9 miles more, I have never been stopped in the United States driving since 25 years. I've been stopped because of other reasons, but not of this. I disengaged because I moved it to the right. What I probably noticed now is that I don't have that wiggle anymore to the right. So, and so maybe I have Elon mode now. Nobody knows it. So yeah, we will find out. So yeah. We are going to downtown again. That is my last day of testing today, and at least in-house testing. So that was the first full integration test of the system. And I'm doing my regular job is really SAP consulting for logistic and especially for quality management. That's why when something is out of quality, I really don't like it. Yeah, traffic stops here a little bit. If possible, it could be that I will be probably put it faster. But I want to tell you a little bit more about all of the modes. So also the different modes is that assertive mode, I think it's more decisive. It's more decisive mode, and it does more lane changes. I'm not a guy going from the one lane to another or so on, because that's why I'm driving HOV and I'm drive there and that's it, right? But I make my decision and I go, and I drove the last 2 days in chill mode, and I tell you guys, it was terrible when it did a lane change. So it tried to move in, and it was getting even worse. So it tried to move in front of a truck, right? And that's already a difficulty, because I got hit one time from a truck on my roadster because he pretended that he didn't see me. So then I was driving in, try to drive in, and then drive out again, and drive in, and then drive out again, and then drive in and drive out again, and it's 3 times, and I got pissed. So then I override him. It doesn't do a lane change. So, and then it does a lane change at the end when the truck was almost already behind me on my rear, right? So, and the chill mode, I can forget it. Okay, normal mode is okay when you're thinking that, yeah, okay, because normal mode, what is that called? I have to check. Average mode, average dude. So when you're thinking, oh, 7 miles more is okay, and when you're thinking that, oh yeah, I'm the dude staying here in my lane, don't bother me. Sometimes I pass you when you're very slow. So in chill mode, it's almost never passed. So it on a busy traffic, it tried to pass 2 or 3 times, and then every time it chickened out. So, and that's not the case. So when you pull, you should. That's the point, right? So if you move, you should. So sure, you have to be very sure what you're doing. But that also comes from my karate. So Gishin Funakoshi, when you read a book about him, so he published a couple of books, he really didn't like hesitation. So you gotta make quick decisions. Quick, good decisions. Not old, not long, very good decisions. Because then you're missing the boat. Because if you do long, very good decisions, yeah, you might end up with a good product, but you're gonna be too late on the market. And I learned that very early from a private company where they were producing chocolate. So I was in a chocolate factory in Germany, and I learned my first steps in quality management, or more in manufacturing there, in repetitive manufacturing. So we produced 120 tons of chocolate a day. So we had free chocolate, and you're wondering why. So probably I'm not, I really like very good quality chocolate, but most of the chocolate what you can buy from American companies, if they are not being produced by those standards, are not so good. Okay, here on the left side there we are. What this traffic is busy today on Friday. Wow. See, on the left side they're coming people from the on-ramp, from the on-ramp from 202 from the south, and they're going here I-10 west, I-10 east. They're going I-10 west as well, but on this side they're coming from I-10 east. Yeah. And here also many people think that they can drive on that lane even when they are single in the car. This is not the case. This is the biggest money maker for the police, if they would stay here in the middle lane and call them up. $400. Yeah, there's one dude, he's crossing over 2 lanes. This guy is crossing over 2 lanes. Right? Yeah. I told him that don't do that, buddy. Yeah, they go all the way to the front and then they merge in. And he was on my lane here, and as soon as there were this lane coming up, the ramp coming up, he was crossing over and then coming in here. Here's the HOV lane sign. Do you see that? So the car knows that's an HOV lane. You can read it that that's an HOV lane, right? But it doesn't react to it. And so I would say it should override that uninterrupted lane here, because there's an HOV lane sign, right? And there's a sign on the road as well where you can read HOV lane. That was the motorcycle. Was it a cop? No, unfortunately not. Sometimes they're staying here and catching people. Yeah, now we are talking. I got a motorcycle here. He's allowed to drive. motorcycles in Arizona are allowed to drive on the HOV lane. Yeah. And you can see him here in front of me. We will be probably quick. 7:15 now, 7:24 at the location. Yeah. So, in regards to parking got better, but sometimes also worse. So I don't know, because it does a nice job of through parallel park. We did parallel parking and regular parking. It does a nice job there and everything, but sometimes it doesn't recognize a certain spot. So you said, I want to go on this spot, like I had yesterday in a parking garage, and I said I want to go on this. It was in a German version. I want to get on this spot because I can plug into a 16 amp 120 volt outlet, and this is usually enough for back and forth to work when you're driving 25 miles. So then you on a 16 amp 120 volt for the whole day, if you're staying there for 10 hours or longer, is enough, right? That's why what you should do one time is in the parking spots for long-term parking or for mid-term parking at the airports, you should have outlets there and include that in the price, so that you just can plug in and the car does not lose energy. Yeah. So we are all good. Driving nicely towards the sun, towards east inbound. You know that little thing is not coming up anymore. That indicator here, which checks me if I have the feed device on the car. Huh? What's happening there? Did it change the software without telling me? Yeah. Ah, funny. Okay. Maybe they can do software changes without, at least if the cars are on my network, they can do software changes, maybe without knowing me. They put some software on me, on my car, without me accepting this. Could be possible. Yeah. As you can see, traffic is wild on a Friday morning. Hey, most people are working from home on Fridays. Why are you guys going to work? But it's still quick. Now comes, after 3 weeks at least driving this lane, this HOV lane, always trying to get up. One time in the night, I got one time the car drove on the HOV lane and I triggered it with the blinker to it. Then in the whole time, 2 times the car was exiting from the HOV lane to the left, which is an HOV exit, and this was 2 times. In all of the times, it's about, let me say, from 20 times, it could be 20 times, from 20 times, 2 times, 10% of the time, it took the HOV exit. That one is coming up at 5th Avenue and 3rd Avenue. So maybe one day it learns. There are many times it was funny, many times other cars driving on the same exit to the left, and the car sees that the car is going to the left. The lane on the left is not uninterrupted. There's an interrupted lane to the left, and there's a clear lane showing. A car doesn't want to. Maybe it's depending from the mode. Maybe it was assertive mode and it went for it, right? I will try it again. I will set the blinker again and trigger him to turn left, because also now He wants me to go to 7th Street and do a round circle here to my work instead of going here and turn and go over. This is much closer, saves me more energy, and it's safer. I don't have to go over these lanes here. So safer is better, HOV lane is better, and they are advertising with, if you have an electric car in many states, you can drive on the HOV lane 7 by 24, blah blah blah, right? But then the software doesn't enable it. It doesn't enable it to get on and get off. So the FSD software, well, I would say, then forget about it. Then why do you advertise it? So it's doesn't make sense. So now is this the last sign, HOV exit here in half a mile, and then there's a sign, go to the left for HOV exit. So left exit 144B. 44 is probably because it's not a lucky number for Chinese. Probably also not a lucky number for Elon. So 44 is 2 times Chi, and it means 2 times death, double death. Right, so left turn. I make a blinker here on the left turn. Cars driving here on the left. Come on, come turn, 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 turn. No. Okay. Car does not recognize HOV lane exit 144B on 5th Avenue and 3rd Avenue. You know what? I'm saying that since the last 20 times I'm driving here. 2 times it only took the exit. Now, that's why I'm thinking it's not ready for prime time. Yesterday, there are those knobs here on the street on the right side here. Yesterday I drove over those knobs. You can damage your tires with it. Oh, there was an accident here. Did you see that? Yeah, this is confusing lane. I have to admit. Ah, he saw the car. Now he's going. And then, oh, he would have driven over those barriers. He cut in those barriers. So good that someone else already knocked them over. Yeah. Yesterday he drove over the knobs. You can actually damage your tires with this. We did it one time in Tempe. It was a little tougher. We're not so flat, little tougher of those knobs on the street there. And we had 2 flat tires on the 21-inch wheels on the Model S. Yep. My wife drove over it. She doesn't. Women don't like probably driving FSD. I have to make another interview. Someone driving FSD, if she wants to or not. Yeah. All of that is cool. Coming to a 4-way stop soon. Same distance to work. This is much faster as driving over 7th Street and not as busy. Yeah, he needs to stop. That was a running stop. Do you see that? That was a running stop as well. It didn't come to a complete stop. 2 times running stops. Or no stops. At one day, I don't know if you saw that, there was a police car on the left, and I was really coming to a complete stop. And the guys in the police car, they were surprised, because they always get someone like that. Yeah, he is always hesitative to turn left. There's a guy with orange running over the street. Here's a guy from the left. Does he go over the street? No, he does not. Waiting for a left turn signal. Left turn yield on flashing. It does. It does even yield, I think, on green. Now the last piece on Van Buren. Here, going to the left. Yeah, it's watching traffic. Turning left, staying on there. No, it's going to the outside lane. Hey buddy, we have to turn left in 0.3 miles here. You better get over. Yes, that's it. Now confusing traffic lights here. So, and confusing construction, but stay to the left, it does. Okay, always does that, good. One time I have to navigate to the left again and see if the car navigates. Oh, that was dumb. Doing a lane change in a construction zone, then passing the bus again. Wow. Hey buddy, what's going on? Driving 25, driving 20. That's not assertive. That's cautious. So, okay, almost there. Here, that's interesting, right? So there's a no left turn here, and that's a one-way street. Going to the left, you can only left if it's a permitted to. If the navigation system would lead you to the left, I had the situation at night. The car turned left. Even when there was a sign, don't turn left. So, street sign recognition, you would think that is the easiest one. But obviously not. And the street sign is on the right height as well. It's correct. So, everybody could see it. I think it has to be between 4 and 6 feet or something like that. There's a legal information about how the street sign should be. So here I have to turn left and then I'm already there. And we did it, guys. Yeah, there's a Tesla in front of me. Is he going left or not? Creeping forward. And now there are cars all the way in front. I'm in the intersection. If I get stuck in the intersection, guys, oh, I don't. Yes, one time I'll get stuck in the intersection. Okay, now I'm going in. We are done. Yeah, guys, we are here, and my favorite car mode is assertive, because that's what I am, or how I am it, how I do it. I'm not hesitative. I'm changing lanes if there's need to. I want to drive on HOV lane, exit from the HOV lanes, and if one day the system can do it, I would be glad. But elsewise, subscribe to the channel. There are a couple of more movies to come, and thumbs up. Talk to you later. Bye bye.